Welcome back to the Pond Lee Hockey postgame show. I'm Devin Caney. It's time for our Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group drive of the game. Go JeffAuto.com. Derek Gunn, I feel like I haven't picked on you in quite some time.
No,
what was your drive of the game?
Oh, I think it's an easy drive of the game. Fourth quarter, Eagles go 6 plays, 75 yards, in a 3rd and 6 situation. You're thinking they're just going to try to chew up the clock, get the necessary yard. No, they go deep to A.J. Brown. He hauls it in, 1 yard, punching in for the touchdown, 2-point conversion. That basically put it out of the reach. I dare anybody up here to dispute that was the drive of the game.
Oh, I'll dispute.
I knew you would. That's why I did it. That's why I said it.
Love it. Seth?
Listen, Devin, there is no other drive of the game except for the 4th drive for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles came out. They went 4 plays, 28 yards, interception, first series. Second series, 3-and-out punt. Third series, 9 plays, 32-yard field goal. Fourth series, they come out, 3 plays, 4 yards, another interception. And then they run off on their 5th possession, 9 plays, 91 yards, and Hurts takes off for that 22-yard touchdown, and they never relinquished the lead or was in danger from that point on. That, right before the half, to me, is really what got them going offensively for the rest of the day. Up until that point in time, they were pretty anemic from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, that drive was necessary. I felt like once they kind of finally got that touchdown, it got things going more, even though it did lead them into the half. And that Hurts touchdown was beautiful. He, parted the Red Sea right up the middle. Mike Misnell.
Those are so obvious drives of the game that I'm going to go with the non-drive of the game.
Oh.
And that non-drive was authored by the Chicago Bears. To me, this is an important part of the game. The Bears are up 6-3. They got an interception. They start their own drive at the Eagles' 25. They even got a first down to the 14 and wound up punting out of that one. So the non-drive of the game allowed the Eagles to sustain and keep the game at 6-3, and then they struck and got a touchdown before halftime. So that non-drive of the game is authored by the defense. They pushed them back. Hassan Reddick got a monster sack on 3rd down on that play. They wound up getting a penalty, pushed them back. They had to punt. They were at the 14-yard line. They had to punt the football. That's the non-drive of the game.
I don't know, Dev. I think what we need to do online, we need to set up a poll, because we're going to be in opposition every week. There's
absolutely
there's a concern, but somebody's got to win. I'm all about the W's, man. Somebody's got to win, and somebody's got to lose.
I'd win most.
Huh?
If that was the case, I'd win most of them.
I don't know, honestly, because I feel like some weeks you guys all just pick the same drive. Like there's no competition. I like when you all have a different take.
3 different drives.
Yes, so good work.
We came at it from different intellectual capacities.
Yeah, shaking things up in week 16, 15. I've lost count at this point.
Mine just made all the sense in the world, though.
No, I actually
mine did.
Okay.
Mine did.
Well, now I'm thinking of which did anyone say who had the A.J. Brown 68?
I did.
I think it has to be that one.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Because they go up by 12.
You're picking his?
Well,
absolutely.
You guys are saying that someone has to win, and I'm picking a winner.
Is that what this is?
Because
how can you not say that was the drive of the game?
Look,
they've been anemic for the whole first half. 2 out of their first 4 possessions, they turned the football over.
Yeah.
They didn't get anything going until the last drive right before the half.
But if they don't stop that Chicago Bears drive, maybe your drive isn't necessary.
If they don't score that touchdown, they lose the game. Think about that, 7 points off the board.
Well, guess what? On my drive of the game, it put them up by 12 points because Chicago goes back down the field and gets a fluke
See
touchdown.
what I'm saying? We need a poll.
See?
We need a live poll.
And now I'm getting the touchdown. So the one that put them up 17-6 was the drive of the game. That was the A.J. Brown catch and then the quarterback sneak. Yes?
No, that put them up 25-13.
Oh, see, I think the touchdown that put them up, now I'm getting involved, and I'm choosing a different drive, I guess.
No.
That put the Eagles up 17-6 was the drive, because that one, I was like, okay, game over, but then they didn't capitalize on that because they let the Bears come back.
If they don't hit that big play in the fourth quarter, punch it in for the touchdown, it's not a 12-point game. Chicago goes back down the field and gets a fluke touchdown to make it a 5-point game. You don't know what could happen at that point.
They weren't going to go down and score another touchdown.
I don't.
Stop it.
You don't. Did you honestly think Chicago could score 20 points on them?
No.
Okay, then. Any given Sunday, you don't know what's going to happen any given Sunday.
Well, you know what was
you really
so frustrating about this game? It was not fun to watch at all. Like, I don't think anyone was having a good time watching this game, watching the Eagles.
Well, let me tell you something.
suffer through this.
I have a good time watching Justin Fields. Now,
Right.
And we were talking about it's, Seth, and I think you agree. This dude, when he learns the intricacies of how to throw the football in the NFL, I mean, he is a monster running the football. And the one play that I'm talking about, he got sacked by Son Reddick. Reddick had him again on the next play and kind of got him around the top, and he wriggled out of it and just dusted people around the edge. That dude is an athlete.
It was on a 2nd and 27 play when he ducked under Reddick. And when he did that spin, I thought it was a touchdown. Obviously, the replay showed he stepped out of bounds. But he's a strong young man. He has a strong arm. They just haven't given him the necessary weapons yet to be competitive.
Well, he also has to learn how to play from the pocket.
Yeah.
One of my biggest pet peeves about running quarterbacks is that when they're drafted, Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, RG3, you're seeing it right now. Hopefully, you see the development in Justin Fields. But normally what happens with these young quarterbacks is these organizations draft them. They have an offensive guru that crafts a system for them that takes advantage of what they do best, that incorporates the running, and then the passing side of it never really develops to the level that it needs to be competitive enough on the NFL level to succeed. So they have a couple of good years, and then all of a sudden they begin to fade. And then after a while, 7, 8 years in the league, 5, 6 years in the league, boom, they're out. What I'd really like to see with Justin Fields is I want to see him develop. I want to see him be able to develop the ability to play quarterback from the pocket, and when everything goes to hell in a handbasket, you can pull the ball down and use your athleticism. See, I think that's what you're beginning to see develop with Jalen Hurts. Last year, he was a half-field read. If nothing was there, he was going to take off and try to, make something happen. This year, you see him, he's reading the entire field. They've expanded, his role in this offense as far as what he can do and what he sees. And he understands the difference between just taking off running against zone and taking off running against man. When you take off against zone, you're just trying to buy enough time behind the line of scrimmage to allow the deep receivers to come back, the short receivers to take off and go deep. When you got man coverage, you know that everybody's got their backs to you except for the free safety. He's 20, 30 yards down the field. Now you scramble for yards, and that's where Justin Fields has to get, and, they got to give him offensive line. They got to get healthy at the running back position, and they got to give him some weapons on the outside. You give him all of those things and he learns at the pace that Jalen Hurts has learned, he's going to be a problem.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts still threw some picks today and yet scored all of the Eagles' touchdowns. Justin Fields, obviously incredibly talented on the ground. Hassan Reddick did get home. The Eagles' defense as a whole got home quite a bit. So we will talk about game balls coming up after this quick message.
Number 1, Jeff D'Ambrosio. Destination Downingtown is rolling back prices for a December to remember. For a limited time, you can own, not lease, brand new 2023 Jeep Wranglers for only $30,995 or $339 per month. New Rams starting at only $30,995 or new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs $189 per month. Zero down can deliver. Get the price you want, the selection you need, and the VIP treatment you deserve. Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown, Big Finish Sales Event.